Written evidence. That I have such a subject for today. Well, people say that everything what is in written form is legit, and that's evidence in cases, criminal cases and other cases, and what people will just tell you online or send you a message with such a information, that's for sure an evidence and you will be sued for that. No. I will tell you why there are so many freaking wars around the world, why people are sued for things they haven't done. When it comes to YouTube, and Facebook and other social media, I tried to watch something and click like, like or some emoticon, and simply I tried to do it, but some shit happened and it just was marked at like hate or other like dislike, and I wanted like, and it's just like dislike, or I wanted to share that movie and something happened in the wrong way. It was like notification sent to YouTube to delete that movie, and it was like, whoa, nice error. God, why it was like that? Why me? I wanted to do something good and it's just like freaking error, and people will blame me for that. Yeah, so you think one way and there is something totally else, so error. And people believe that everything people tell them online on social media is true. No. Many people post, maybe I will come back to messages, SMS and chats. If I don't know somebody and I feel that somebody will play games on me, I can send some crazy shit. Like, I'm investigated somebody and I have read her and I will just, find criminals. Even Frog is laughing right now. Good joke. Yeah, and I'm sending such stupid thing, and if somebody who got that information will go somewhere else and just tell other people that she's crazy, she is running with a gun around the city with red hair and she's carrying on some investigation. God, you know what, I have one training when it comes to investigation, preliminary one, because I wanted to see what it is about. But I'm not going to carry on that because it's just like too deep, and that's not my profession, that's not my work, so I don't care. And if people believe in such things, well, they don't ask questions, just run around and talk shit that she's crazy, she is this, and she haven't took her pills. Good stuff. What else? If people send messages like, oh, I want to sleep with you, oh, I'm so horny, I'm so this, and send SMS with that. When I was younger, I've been doing such crazy shit. Not only that, but to check how people will react, You can call it games, you can call it stupid, because adult people don't do it, well, do it. Many adult people, even me, make mistakes or just had bad fun like that. And the moment you send such a message in SMS, those people can go or post photos of such messages. She wanted to sleep with me, she was so horny, and it was just stupid text, just stupid SMS I've sent to somebody, and that person went everywhere and told everyone about it, and later all people talk shit about me because I sent such message. It was not my fault of sending such a message, but the fault of that person, because the person who delivers private messages like this to other people, if it was done once, because if people send non-stop such things, if they are not hacked, of course, it means that they are some. But if they are hacked, that's a different story. So if you do it once, it's just the main reason is to check somebody. I know how people play. I played in the past, but those people just the most craziest one are those who take those messages, misinterpret this, or just tell people, oh, do. And those who do such shit, like go to other people, to everyone, these are those people who should be cut off from others, because they are spreading rumors. If they would keep it private, no problem, and they are not a problem. But if they are just running everywhere and talking about it, they are the problem. So SMS, not people, lawyers and judges say often that if you have some evidence like SMS or email, that's true, not always. You may say, you may sitting in a room and sending messages. I'm in Scotland and you are in your room, like that. You can choose VPN, like you are in Germany or you are in Krakow, you are in Łódź, and people think you are in Krakow, in Łódź, but you are not. So localization on PC is not the good evidence. SMSs, not everything is legit, not everything is right. And what's more, I had a mistake that I wrote to somebody that, yeah, that's true, that some people want me to commit a suicide. Really, they want me to commit a suicide. That's why I can't speak, I can't share my experience with other people. And what to say? Yeah, and I've been writing something like this, that people want me to commit a suicide for stupid reasons. And when I wrote that, there was an error in writing on Facebook, and people wishing me to commit a suicide was changed in a way that Washington want me to commit a suicide. It's just like, God's sake. And no one checked the system, and because of such mistakes, people go to jail. People are just, get involved in criminal cases because of stupid system mistakes. And even if, listen, I had some suspicions of people, but that's not my job to check if those people are legit or not. I can only say I may suspect that person or this and this, but that's not my job to check people. And to check doesn't mean straightforward that I want to accuse that person of those things, that I want to do harm to those people or defame. No. If I just send such information, I want somebody to check it because I want to feel safe and other people to be safe. That's all. I do it for good reasons, even if people misinterpret my words or intentions. Always good reasons. I have always good reasons. Sometimes I F up some things, but I'm a human being, I make mistakes, that's all. Yeah. And of course there are some people that it's better for you not to mess up with, and you should know it. Simply mind your business and everything will be okay. I have such problems in my life that many people want to get involved into my business, and I want them to get off from my boat. Let's call it this way. So not everything in written form is real. Not all news in magazines and news services are real. Many are fake. I got caught in some, fake news, and I thought it was real, but it's not. Everything needs to be checked. It's just too much information, misinformation, and it's impossible for people to simply do everything. Because if I don't have tools, I can't do it. It's simple as that. And if I have, you may not even know if you can use it or not. If you will make mistake, you're not a lawyer, you're not a judge, so the system should say, well, once or 3 times, not a problem, if you don't do harm to other people. If you didn't intend to do such things. I didn't intend to do any bad things, and I don't think I did anything bad. The only thing I did to people is is telling the truth, what could trigger them to do stupid things to me. And I still think like that. And I hope one day those people will just have the possibility to experience even 1 promille of my life, so that they will know how it is, what I've been talking about all the time. Because if you don't experience things people talk online, you think that's stupid, that's impossible. But the moment you see that girl said something 1 year ago, half year ago, 3 months ago, and we thought she was crazy, she was not telling the truth, we had no evidence, and sometime later evidence just pops up, and oh fuck. I've seen such a girl who was talking like that, and about marriages and being in relationships, or just, you know, how it is in real life, and now she's talking shit. 3 months later, she was right, she was more than right, God, she was right. And it was just like, thanks for telling me I'm talking shit when I'm telling things that are just, you know, many people have experienced, even me. Many people. Yeah, great. Now you know. Okay. So, written form, evidence. Well, contracts, written evidence. Listen, law was written many years ago, and like everything, it should be changed to the advantage of the citizen, not to do harm, but just to make all people feel safe and things to be fair for both sides, like, you know. And when it comes to contracts, well, I've made a specialization when it comes to contracts, but more like flexible law interpretation to the advantage of people, like mediation, you know. And I don't like negotiations, I prefer mediations, because it's just like peace, everything about peace in my life. And I can tell you that when it comes to legal agreements, it also should be to the advantage of a person who, not for those who is sued for something that is just like, you know, that can't be proved or other shit, but even in writing, if an example, what I mean, if an employee signs a contract, that's not his obligation, or it's not his or her fault what is written in that contract. Yes, of course, the company can discuss with a person what should be involved in a contract, but it's still the company's contract, they've created, they issue that, and they are responsible for clauses in that contract, not the individual who is signing it. That's all. So it's like in a murder case. If somebody murdered somebody, killed somebody, that's not the fault of the victim. If that victim was innocent, that she or he was just walking somebody, like, you know, like a psycho, decided I will kill her or him, and he or she was killed. Whose was that guilt? The psycho, that he decided to kill that person. Well, I know that example is extreme, not exactly what I wanted to say, but the same with contracts. Like, who creates drafts of contracts? Well, not drafts, but the contract, put clauses in that contract, is responsible for that contract, and when it's given to somebody else to sign, a person who signs the contract is only a side to that. So she haven't created that contract. She is not responsible for the contract she signs. The responsibility is on the side of the company who wants to employ that person. So if it should be a mandate and have different taxes, but somebody signed it and it's something totally else, that's not the fault of the person who signed the contract. That that it is as it is. And many people screw other people just giving fake headlines, like you have a contract which is said to be a mandate when it's just like employment contract and other shit. And people are fake. They want to just avoid taxes or do shady things, or some people even don't know how to prepare contracts and they make mistakes. But there are lawyers who should know about it, how to do it well. There are also those good and bad people who just, if they know how to create it, they will create it not to your advantage, and some will create it to your advantage, and you should know which person to believe. If not, you need to just defend your rights. Okay, so that's what I have to say when it comes to contracts and written evidence. Not everything in written form is legit. Not everything is should be taken to the court as an evidence. And just people who want to sue people in a moment that there is a silence, the moment you start to earn cash, there is a problem. And those people who did nothing, they said nothing, like only smear campaign behind your back, and to prepare everyone just to witness against you so that they can win the court case. Those people who will sue you and did nothing, like who did nothing for a long time, but carrying on smear campaigns, and suddenly when you start to earn cash, court cases just pops up or other shit, like you owe me something, you this, you that. Those people are fake. Those who will say you owe them something you did. And if they say you steal something, well, real evidence is always an evidence, and evidence can be just forfeited. So only people who know you, like the real you, can say something real about you. But even those people who live with you can betray you or take what they need to say only to see you going down. And they will gaslight you. Whatever you tell to them, they'll just turn it around so that it can be put against you. So what's the point? The first person who is talking about it, like me right now, it's usually somebody who wants to defend, and it's okay. It's something is not fair, well, it can be just put right, and that's all. For both parties to be fair, the situation to be fair. Because remember, like from my life, I don't receive my own correspondence. Yeah. I was fucked up many times financially, and everything I said was true. Sometimes when I felt sick, I went to do my everyday duties or helping other people. But I've been talking around everyone that I'm healthy, nothing happened to me, it's good. Because that's normal, Besides, telling people about your vulnerabilities, it's like, well, you can say about your vulnerabilities, but those that don't play a huge role in your life, That's it. Okay, written form and 2 vulnerabilities. I have too much knowledge to just share with people. That's my problem. Too much in head, too less time to just share it. Maybe one day there will be a talk show or a show that I can talk a lot, take part in it, so I can ask questions and get knowledge. new knowledge, new perspectives, because that's great to interact with people who are professionals. Take care.